Hello, welcome back. Last time, much to my surprise, I got the last 2 secret rooms I had left done. One task remains, which is to walk through the exit room and out the stairs. This could take 3 minutes, or it could take so long I won't even get it done today. Let's find out. What awaits me here in this room? So health is now accessible to me. It looks like it might just be trapdoor management. Tap the door so health can get to the appropriate place. However, these are all toggles. Okay, so anyway, somebody has to step here. So I have to... Okay, somebody has to step here, which is probably me. Or it could be health if I'm bumping that. No, it's gonna have to be health standing here. Bthrow walks in and hits that. Okay. So for health to stand there... What needs to happen? I'm confused. First thing I can interact with. Drag health off of this pressure plate.
No problem.
So that's a start. Then I can ask him to open that, which I don't think will help me.
Got it.
He'll try and return home, sure. There's no way I can route him through there, right? No. So I'd like him to... What? Well, nothing good is happening here. So hang on, this is just open. So I can park him there, and that's fine. Right, so just don't drop all your trapdoors, leave a passage. Let's go together here, you stay there.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, so what? That doesn't help. What? What? So even if I were to drop, like, all of these trapdoors and leave only a passage through there, this tile is still open. He would never step all the way in here unless I've specifically asked him to, but I can't ask him to unless this is already open. So if he were standing here, then this would be closed. What? Okay. So definitely non-trivial.
Come on,
Okay.
stay put.
Yeah, sure.
It's hard to imagine I would ever want to do that. Guess there's one circumstance I can imagine.
Stay put.
Yeah,
If I were to make this request, then want him not to be able to rehome. Okay, he's now set his home to there, so what? Oh, that's actually helped me. Has it? No, because if I make this request,
Door.
got it.
now I can't get there.
Hey, I'm blocked.
So that certainly doesn't help anything. What? This seems like a fairly hefty contradiction. So I'd have to be here to make a request to put him up there, which is way too far away for me to stand on that. If he's standing on it... Yeah, this is the only way I can input this request, with him standing here, and me standing by this door, of course, because I have to be able to reach the door. But as soon as he steps off of this, which I cannot delay him in doing while I, like, walk over there and stand on this, then he's going to give up and return home. What? I'm just confused. There's something I'm supposed to do with trapdoor carving, but what could in any way... Oh, got something. Okay, so recall that when a... I need to check something. Hey, look! I'm going to the editor. Every single room I solve here. I gotta go here and do something. I was wondering if it would happen today. Why did I wonder? Of course it's going to. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do.
What's going on?
What's going on is you're going in a little maze. Just a little one, not even a maze. More like a labyrinth. And there's an orb here, which is gonna toggle a door out there. Now I also have an orb of my own, which is gonna toggle this. So what I want to see is if I make this request, and you've set in your path for that, and I do that, do you reroute? No, you stick with your route. So then he set in a new route, so I could also allow him to do this.
Got it.
And then on his way home, he still keeps the same route, as long as that, no part of that is blocked. But if I were to block a part of it, should put the stuff closer together. What have I done? Nothing that I want. So I make that request. He's going to put in his route home. Then if I get my body or sword anywhere in here, he'll find a better route. So that's the point at which he recalculates. Presumably that's also true for the trip to the orb. That's a little harder to test, isn't it?
Going.
Maybe.
Going.
Alright, so he's put in that route, I've stepped on it, and then he changed it. Yes, okay. So on his way out and the way back is the same thing. Okay, now in some way my intuition's telling me that I need to use that behavior with Bithro's body and sword to cause him to choose a route that takes him across the plate that I want him to press, but no, I mean he would have to make an orthogonal step all the way in to do that. Why would he make that choice? Oh, but okay, so let's imagine some stuff here. So let's say this door were open. Bithro's body was here, his sword was here, all of these trapdoors were dropped. And I bump this door to make a... well, this door is open, so that doesn't help. Let's go through the sequence, see if I can find a better place to say what I want to say here.
No problem.
Like, where is the key part of this specifically? It's probably like... so if I make this request... he's there. What do I want? No, but the whole thing I'm thinking about is not going to work if the door is temporarily closed, because then he'll just reroute around it. Because yeah, I was thinking stuff like, have him decide to return home here, you know, having dropped, like, all the trapdoors from here to here. So then he'll decide he wants to go through there. Oh, but he will persist if his... Okay. Okay, hang on, I'm onto something.
No problem.
So sure, you stay here for a moment. I'm gonna drop all the dudes from here to here, so that you'll be forced through there. This is obviously bad for my future, but I'm only worrying about the present right now. Okay, so I've come back around here. Oh, well, I gotta leave at least a little bit. Why am I coming all the way back around? I don't need to. I can stay here and do this.
Going.
Okay, so while he's heading home... No, he's not heading home anymore. No, he doesn't... I thought he persisted when heading home until he actually ran into the obstacle, but no, of course he doesn't. Why would he do that? If he did that, then this room wouldn't work. Okay, so I don't have a clear idea of what I'm actually doing here. That's, I mean, almost the entire problem. I need to know what I'm doing before I put any inputs in to actually do it. Okay, so once again, let's go backwards. Somebody has to step on this. At the moment I'm reasonably convinced it's B-throw, but why? Why couldn't it be health? So somebody steps here while this is held. This has the exact same problem as somebody steps here while this is held. So like, release this, hold this, press this. Like, that's the sequence that needs to be done. I can get as far as having this open for a moment. Right, so Half doesn't know how to step off the plate he's already on. If I make this request...
Open them.
I can't.
He doesn't know how to step off a pressure plate, only onto one.
Here.
No prob.
Not that that would help me. No, hold on. So this is done by that. I'm gonna give you a roundabout way to get there, and then make this request and see what happens.
Door.
Got it. Going.
Stay put.
Yeah, sure. Going.
Great, you did that.
Going.
So I made that request. Cool.
Going.
Doesn't seem like it matters at all. What? Hold on, so I'm thinking all in mechanism seeking and rehoming pathfinding, but what about follow? I do have trapdoors, so I can do things with follow like I was doing here. And here... If he were to be following... I mean, there's no way from one of these corners I can have him follow and attempt to, like, get onto one of these. Like, he would just never path across it, because he has such a much more appealing way to cut the corner. He's not going to take the long way. If he's trying to follow me and I make a request... When I make a request of following health, does that change his follow status?
Come on.
Got it.
I ask him to open the door and... Yes, okay, so... Requesting a door cancels follow. So an assertion I made earlier about being unable to cancel follow without actually tapping health turns out to be false. You can tap a door and have him go to it. He'll set his current position as his home, go to the mechanism, go back, and have stopped following. Okay, I have a hunch that might have something to do with the solution here. But all I'm really doing is, like, discovering a few puzzle pieces. I don't know how any of them fit together. I just know that there are a few that might be a part of the picture I'm trying to create. Because still all I can really see is just the end state, and like one step before that, but the step before that seems to have an impossibility, which is exactly the same as the impossibility of the step 2 steps prior to that. So I have a feeling this is going to boil down to some trick where Bithro and Half are on alternate pressure plates, then like it inverts for the final step where Bithro's on the equivalent of Half's pressure plate and vice versa in that step compared to the previous one. But I don't know what that configuration is yet. Okay, so hang on. Look at these puzzle pieces in my hands. They're not in my hands, though. They're in my memory, and I can't see them all at once. So how was that? I can cancel follow by tapping a door. If he were following, I could drop a trapdoor and cause him to take a long path if I had carved one, which could make him land in a certain spot, but there are no landings. I can't make him land in one of these spots because they're too far out in the corner with undroppable terrain around them. If there were an ortho square here and here, and this were a trapdoor instead of a... and an ortho square, so I couldn't, like, step in there. Instead of a door, then maybe we'd have something going, but that's not how this is set up. So, right, as I saw in rooms like... this one... well, that's a little deeper into the corner. But even so, like, I was going over a principle here. Like, Half's never gonna just step into the very corner of a corner on his own. He has to be specifically targeting a position in there to get to it. But I do wonder if there's something to the fact that this protrudes just a little bit into this square. Like, the very corner of this square does overlap with where the pressure plate is. It's not like the pressure plates are just here and this is just floor and walls. That may have some bearing on the puzzle.
Come on.
Okay.
Let's just walk around and do some things and see if anything happens as a result of it. I've tried all that before. If I bump this, obviously, not possible. Can't make the request from there. By the time I get back there to make the request, that's already reclosed. I'm also kind of trying to look for a way to make it so that the door, like, closes on top of Half, and then somehow he decides to step in instead of out, but that's definitely impossible. Even if I could fully enclose him, like, convince him to step here, have a section of door there that would close on him, Like, even if all of those things were true, which, you know, 2 of them are not, he still wouldn't step all the way over here. Unless this was his destination, in which case this door has to remain open the entire time he's going to it. Whether he's trying to do this to open a door or trying to return home. If his path to either his mechanism or his home is cut off at any time, he immediately gives up. And either if he's going for a mechanism, returns to his old home, or if he's returning home, sets his current position as his new home. Now, if he's following, he doesn't give up. He just waits until Bithro, his destination, comes back into view again. Aha! And now I have something. Right? No. No, not at all. I mean, okay. If I could somehow have Half here, in follow status, cut off from Bithro while Bithro steps here to open this, he would not have given up. He would pop out of here and come toward B3, but who cares? That doesn't help anything. What?
Come on.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try this.
Stay put.
Yeah, sure.
So convenience of the 2x2 pressure plates. I can very easily park him there. Aha! Aha, I see something. Oh, I definitely see something. I see what to do,
Right here.
No prob.
I think.
Follow me.
Yep.
Got something close to a working solution. Okay, so this would require, I think, these to be dropped. Now, how is this going to be? It can't be all of those. That's going to be a well, no, not necessarily.
Ralph, open the...
I can't.
Why not? Oh, right, because you don't know how.
Follow me. Stay put.
Yeah, sure.
So that's going to have to happen with this one then. Alright, so, I'm going to cut off your home so that you have no choice but to return through there. I'll make this request.
Going.
Ralph.
Going.
I'll make this request.
Going.
Whoa. He decided he really wanted to step on this tile. Here's another trapdoor that smells bad. Okay, so while you're doing this, alright, so you're no longer paying attention to that part of your route. So you're going to establish a route through the I thought I had something, but I didn't. So he's just cut off from his home. I'm trying to get him to... Yeah, that's fine. Actually, I want to join him down there. After dropping these... Yeah, here we go. I'm getting somewhere. I got something. This is good. This is what I need. Will you have already rerouted? I don't think so, because pressure plates pop up end of turn. So Half finishes his turn, still seeing a route through there. He has not lost his way home yet. Then Bithro takes his turn before Half takes his next one, steps on pressure plate, which happens immediately, so he continues pathing. So here's the trick. When he steps here, one turn earlier since pressure plates pop up at the end of turn, I step off, so that he's trapped there. Then I can request to him that he open this, and because that door is closed, it stays open. There we go, I did it. Okay. I was kind of right about a lot of that. I just had to... It was just real tricky to assemble all the pieces in the order they needed to be assembled. Nice. What a great little exit puzzle. And what a great little hold. This was lovely. It was definitely an 8 brain hold. Oh man. Yeah, wouldn't rate it higher, wouldn't rate it lower. This was 8 brains, exactly. Beethro grinned manically, walking down the exit stairs, primarily because he didn't have to solve any more puzzles, but also because his eyes had been opened to the limitless potential of child labor. He'd still ask his nephews to open doors for him, but why not make them do the dishes on the way there? He worried for a moment that they might start hating him, but comforted himself with the fact that he'd always be their favorite uncle no matter what, as he was the only one to choose from. Okay. Some problematic messages here. I kind of assume he already makes his nephews do the dishes, though. Stuff like that. I mean, that's not a big deal. Okay, yeah. So, lovely little hold. I did get all the challenges and stuff, right? Of course I did. I got all 1 challenges. It's my favorite challenge because it's the only one to choose from. Alright. This was nice. And also, boy, I'm so glad that I don't have to play it anymore because every single time I opened this up, it was super intimidating. That's the 8 brain hold experience. It's scary. Real satisfying when you solve the rooms. I'm not sure that makes up for just like the despair I feel at feeling just completely lost when I enter a puzzle and it asks me to do something that's just so plainly impossible that I know I'll be stuck there forever. I'm always wrong about that. But that no amount of being wrong about that makes the feeling ever go away. That's what it feels like to me to play a hold like this. Just all fear all the time with occasional breaks of satisfaction in between. Okay, so this was nice. Next time I'm going to play something a bit easier, I think, because like I can only take so much of this. Alright, I'll see you next time for hopefully an easier hold or something.